There were some terrifying scenes on an Ontario highway recently. A pickup engulfed in thick smoke. What makes it worse? The owner had already replaced the engine twice in just a matter of months. While headlines are buzzing about a so-called truck market collapse, savvy buyers see something different: opportunity. The same pickups that were selling for $90,000 last year are now crossing auction blocks in the low $50,000 range. Dealers are feeling the pressure, inventory is stacking up, and values are sliding fast. Almost overnight, the power has shifted to buyers. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 trucks losing value the fastest and how you can turn this downturn into a win instead of getting crushed by depreciation. Number 10. GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. This is GMC's top-tier half-ton, the fully loaded luxury beast with the massive grille and price tags that pushed $90,000 to $95,000 brand new. But demand for ultra-premium trucks has dried up fast. When interest rates were around 3%, buyers convinced themselves those long-term $600 payments over 84 months were manageable. Fast forward to today's 7-8% rates, and those same trucks now mean $950 to $1,000 monthly payments. Suddenly, that nearly six-figure pickup doesn't feel so smart. The numbers tell the story. A 2023 Denali Ultimate with the 6.2L V8 that originally stickered at $92,000 is now wholesaling for $58,000 to $62,000. That's a $30,000 plus loss in under 2 years. Private sellers might squeeze out $65,000 to $68,000, but that's still brutal depreciation. Dealers can't move them easily either. Even discounting to $75,000 leaves payments north of $800 per month, and buyers who can afford that are waiting because prices keep falling. If you bought one in 2022 or 2023, you're deeply underwater. Trading now means writing a painful check. The smartest move? Hold it for 5-7 years and let time soften the blow. Shopping for one? This is your moment. Aim for $65,000 or less on a low-mile 2023, and don't pay asking price. These haven't bottomed yet. Expect at least another 6 months of downward pressure. And if you think that's bad, wait until you see what's next. A truck that dropped 30% in just over a year. It's not dealership spin. Number 9. Ram 1500 Limited Longhorn Rams answer to the Denali. In 2023, they were cranking out Limiteds and Longhorns as fast as factories could build them, riding the luxury truck boom. Now, auction results show a 2023 Longhorn with the 5.7L Hemi that sold new for $87,000 is bringing just $59,000 to $63,000 wholesale. That's a $24,000 to $28,000 hit in barely 16 months. Number 8. Ford F-150 Platinum Power Boost, Ford's hybrid flagship, pairing the 3.5L EcoBoost with an electric motor and the headline-grabbing onboard generator. It was marketed as revolutionary, but used market demand is soft, and values are sliding faster than almost any other F-150 trim. A 2022 Platinum Power Boost that sold new for $78,000 is now trading at $49,000 to $53,000 wholesale. That's roughly $25,000 to $29,000 gone in about 2 years. Over 30% depreciation. Why? First, buyers are nervous about long-term hybrid reliability and out-of-warranty battery replacement costs. Second, real-world fuel economy isn't dramatically better. Many owners report 17-18 mpg combined, barely better than a standard EcoBoost. Third, while the Pro Power onboard generator is cool, it's not enough to justify the hybrid premium in the used market. On top of that, Ford is heavily discounting new Power Boost models, often $8,000 to $10,000 off MSRP. When a brand new truck with warranty is that heavily incentivized, why pay mid-50s for a 2-year-old one? That pricing squeeze is crushing used values. If you own one, hold tight unless you absolutely must sell. Stabilization is likely 18-24 months away. If you're buying, wait 3-6 months. These haven't hit bottom. Target under $48,000 for a clean 2022 with under 30,000 miles. Number 7. Chevrolet Silverado High Country Chevy's luxury flagship, designed to compete with Denali and Ram Limited. But resale is collapsing. The High Country struggles with identity. It's priced like a premium truck. Stickers reach $75,000 to $82,000, but it doesn't carry the same prestige perception as Denali. Now, buyers are passing on them. A A 2023 High Country with a 6.2L V8 that sold for $79,000 new is now wholesaling at $51,000 to $55,000. That's $24,000 to $28,000 lost in under 18 months, roughly 30–35%. It's worse for those who paid above MSRP during the shortage frenzy. Some buyers spent $85,000 or more. Today, many owe $15,000 to $20,000 more than the truck is worth. Meanwhile, GM is offering massive incentives, $12,000 to $15,000 off new 2023 and 2024 inventory before the refreshed 2025 models arrive. That means brand new high country trucks can be found for $65,000 to $70,000. Why pay $58,000 for a used one with 20,000 miles? Owners should avoid trading unless forced. Shoppers, however, can score value, aim for $50,000 or less, and negotiate aggressively. Number 6. Nissan Titan Pro 4X Titan depreciation is among the worst in the full-size segment. A 2022 Pro 4X that sold for $57,000 new now wholesales for $31,000 to $34,000. That's a staggering 45% drop in roughly 3 years. The issue isn't just the truck, it's brand perception. Nissan lacks the resale reputation and loyalty of Toyota, Ford, or Chevy in the truck world. Many used buyers simply avoid Titans over concerns about reliability, parts access, and long-term value. Dealers don't want them either. Some refuse to take them on trade because they sit too long. One Arizona dealer reportedly held a 2021 Pro 4X for over 6 months before dumping it at a loss. Heavy rebates on new Titans, often $8,000 to $12,000, further collapse used pricing. It becomes a cycle. New discounts push down used values, which makes new deals look even better. If you own one, you're better off keeping it long term. If you're shopping on a budget though, $30,000 to $35,000 buys a lot of truck, just plan to keep it for years. Number 5. Ford F-150 Lightning Ford's all-electric pickup was expected to redefine the segment. Instead, it's one of the fastest depreciating trucks in recent memory. A 2023 Lightning Lariat that sold for $73,000 new is now bringing $42,000 to $46,000 at auction, a $27,000 to $31,000 loss in barely over a year. That's 42% depreciation in year one, almost unheard of for an F-Series truck. The EV truck market has cooled dramatically, and demand simply hasn't kept pace with production and pricing expectations. And this is where things start getting even more dramatic. Early buyers jumped into the Ford F-150 Lightning at full sticker, some even paid dealer markups, believing electric trucks would retain value just like gasoline F-150s historically have. But that assumption hasn't played out. Mainstream truck buyers simply aren't fully comfortable with electric pickups yet. Concerns about towing range, public charging availability, and long-term battery durability are keeping used buyers on the sidelines. Then, Ford made matters worse. To boost demand, Ford slashed new Lightning prices by as much as $10,000. When MSRP drops from $73,000 to $63,000 almost overnight, anyone who paid full price instantly loses massive value. That pricing reset wiped out equity for early adopters, and many of them are furious. We're seeing Lightning sit on dealer lots for 150 to 200 days. For an F-150, that's almost unheard of. Dealers are cutting aggressively just to move inventory. Some used examples are being advertised at $15,000 to $18,000 below asking. That level of discounting signals pure inventory pressure. Battery longevity fears are also weighing heavily. Buyers don't know how these packs will perform after 5, 7, or 10 years, and they're hesitant to risk a $45,000 used purchase that could someday require a 5-figure battery replacement. If you own one, selling now likely means taking a severe financial hit. If you're shopping, there is opportunity, but only if you understand the risks. Aim for $40,000 or less for a well-equipped 2023 model. Confirm battery health through Ford Diagnostics, make sure you have home charging, and avoid it if you tow frequently. Electric trucks are struggling, but gasoline heavy-duty trucks aren't immune either, just for different reasons. Number 4. Ram 2500 Laramie. A 2021 diesel model that sold for $68,000 new is now bringing $43,000 to $47,000 at wholesale. That's a $21,000 to $25,000 decline over 3-4 years, roughly 37% depreciation on a heavy-duty diesel. Historically, diesels held value far better than that. This signals a shift. Fuel cost is one major factor. Diesel remains significantly more expensive than gasoline in many regions, often 60 to 80 cents more per gallon. Over a year, that difference adds up quickly unless you're towing heavy loads consistently. Buyers are doing the math and realizing the diesel premium only makes sense for frequent heavy towing. Production levels are another issue. Ram significantly increased diesel output during 2021 and 2022. Now, many of those trucks are coming off lease simultaneously. When large volumes hit the used market at once, pricing softens quickly. Modern emission systems are also scaring buyers. DEF systems, DPF filters, and eager components are complex and expensive. Repairs can run $4,000 to $7,000 if something fails, and shoppers are factoring that risk into their offers. Dealers report that used Cummins-powered Rams used to sell within a week or two. Now they're sitting 60 to 90 days, often requiring $5,000 to $7,000 discounts to generate interest. If you tow heavy, keeping it may still make sense. If you don't, you may want to consider a gas alternative before values soften further. If buying, target $45,000 or less for a clean 2021 with under 60,000 miles and verify emissions components are operating properly. Number 3. Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 GM positioned the ZR2 as a high-performance off-road mid-size challenger, but depreciation has been severe. A 2023 ZR2 that sold for $52,000 new is now trading between $34,000 and $37,000 wholesale. That's a $15,000 to $18,000 drop in roughly 12-18 months, nearly 30% for a mid-size truck. That's full-size level depreciation. The core issue? Pricing overlap. When new, the Colorado was priced too close to full-size trucks. Now on the used market, buyers can get a larger Silverado with comparable features for similar money. The value equation doesn't favor the smaller truck. The ZR2 also sits in a strange middle ground. It's marketed as an off-road specialist, but it doesn't carry the same hardcore reputation as a Tacoma Chard Pro or Ranger Raptor. Enthusiasts lean elsewhere, and mainstream buyers don't want to pay extra for specialized hardware they won't use.